This is part 2 of my garden tour. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be showing you everything that has been happening. So let's go on this journey together. So guys, this is the outer part of the garden. Over here we just have some okras. We have one sunflower. This is actually the last one that's blooming right now from the batch that I've planted recently. As you can see, it's beautiful and it's inviting a lot of bees into the garden. These okras haven't flowered as yet. I'm still waiting to see what's going on with them. We have planted them for over 3 months now and we're still waiting to harvest from them. I haven't seen any flowers Yes guys, over here we have something we call same. Maybe it's known to you guys as something else. It's some little beans and they're kind of rough on the skin and you have to peel off the piece before you can eat it. And it's usually sauteed and you can eat both the skin and the seeds. This has been growing pretty well. It's kind of taking over here and we've made a trellis out of twine and we have the hill is very hilly here in the Virgin Islands where we're planting, yes, and we've ran it up there and it's supposed to lead. So far it's halfway going up and we're hoping that it takes over the entire trellis. Oh, it's not really loud so far. It's windy. Guys, this trellis is kind of a DIY project. We didn't know what to exactly put here, so we placed a steel into the ground and then we tie the strings from the steel and we made it into a pattern. As you can see up above, it's actually 2 steels and we made it into a pattern with the string, and so it leads up to the trees that are on the hillside. Here we have some broadleaf thyme. It's known in the Caribbean here as broadleaf thyme, and it's the flavor is very similar to the Spanish thyme and the English thyme, and you can use it to season your meats. You can steep it and drink it. It's very good actually for cold and flu. You can take the leaf here and you can crush it like this. And you crush it, and if you have any skin diseases on your skin and stuff like that, you can, like any rash or anything like that, you can take it and rub it on it and leave it for a little while, and then you can like take it off and you can repeat the process until the rash goes away. It has a lot of medicinal purposes, which I'll get into in another video, but it's very good, and the smell, it smells amazing, guys. See guys, this was actually in the garden and it was taking over, and because the garden is so small we had to take it and put it on the hillside, and as you can see, and if you follow my hands you can see how it is taking over the hillside here, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It's easy to access and it can grow as much as it wants out here because we're not trimming it at all. Grow in pots, you just have to prune it and keep it to the size that you would like it to be, and it's a beautiful plant. I don't know, it's a beautiful plant. I don't know at your end what is the name you call this plant specifically, but you can leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you call this. Here we call it broadleaf thyme. In gardening, you can use whatever materials you have around the house to make it work, like how we had these leftover pieces of steel and we use the strings. It doesn't have to be expensive. You just have to come up with a plan on how you're going to use it, and then you can just get to work. And if you mess up, guys, that's okay too, because I'm a first-time gardener. I'm a beginner. I'm not a seasoned gardener, so I'm learning as I go along. So if you have tips and stuff like that, you can leave it in the comment section below and let me know how you would usually make your trellises. But for this here, there wasn't a lot of options, so we had to use what we had, and it turned out beautifully. On the other side of the fence where there's a big patch of tomatoes, they're actually cherry tomatoes. They're the very colorful ones, and we have the regular ones. They're all together. I'm sorry I didn't label them, so I don't know which is which at the moment. But if you can see, as I'm pointing through the fence, if you can see there are little tomatoes, and I'm so happy. A few of them have started to bear fruit, and I'm so happy about that. But one thing I haven't put any stakes, taller stakes, and I'm seeing that they're going past the stakes that I have placed in the ground. So I'm thinking of a way how, and the box that I've planted them in, it's very shallow, so I cannot put a taller stake inside to hold up the tree. So I'm thinking of a way right now. I'm using the fence as a support system, and I have to find a support system for the other 3 corners. So I'm thinking what to do. I'm not sure. We haven't come up with a plan as yet, so we're gonna let it be like that for a while, and then we're gonna find a solution to it. Maybe in a next video I'll show you what I've done, but right now I'm so happy that they have started to bear fruit. Our garden, this is really big, and as you can see, it has a lot of things has been going on here recently, and I'll take you step by step on what has been happening. The panadol bush that I spoke about the last time, and as I said, you can steep it for if you're feeling aches and pains. You can use it as a seasoning as well for your soups and sauces and meats and stuff. And you see this patch here? This was actually a chicken that sneaked into the garden the other day, and she was running crazy. So she flattened this whole patch here, but this was actually bigger. I trimmed it down and I gave it to neighbors around and stuff, you know, because we can't use all of it, and we don't really sell. The garden is really for our own home use, for our family. So whatever excess I have, I will usually share it with the neighbors that's living around. But this is it. This is how it looks now. Remember in the previous video how this is all beautiful and colorful and attracting bees. So right now it's drying up and it's harvesting time. I'm allowing it to get a little more, the seeds to get a little bit more dry before I take them off completely. It's edible, so I'll be eating some of it. I'll be using some of it, and I'll be saving some to replant again. Yes guys, and this is the big patch of cherry tomatoes, and they're almost as tall as me, as you can see. I'm up a little high, but not far off, right? Yes. So these are the cherry tomatoes, and they're doing great. And as I said in the previous video, that we do all organic gardening, and we're having problems with some pests on certain trees, and I've done some herbal remedies and they haven't worked. So if you guys have any comments or what you usually do when you encounter this problem, you can leave it in the comment section below as well. So guys, I'm very happy, sad at the moment. I had some spinach in here in the nursery. I had some rosemary. I planted some rosemary. These did not come at all. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if I did something wrong. This is actually the Spanish thyme, and they came, and now I'm seeing that, I don't know, they're not, some of them are dying. I can see that. I don't know what's going on. My first batch, it was pretty great, and then I put it down in the I transplanted it in the ground, and then they didn't come as I expected. These are actually sunflowers. I'm awaiting space. I'm awaiting space to get, but this should be replanted today. Actually, I'll be finding some space, and I'll be putting these down because I don't want them to die. These are actually holy basil, or some people call it tulsi. I'm not sure. They're a batch I'm supposed to share with some of our friends. And over here, this is actually more holy basil. together with the Chinese celery. I'm supposed to get those planted. Right now, guys, we're in lockdown partially, so I can't get, the garden store is closed and I can't get over there to get what I need, so I'll have to use what I have for the moment. So guys, I'm just trying to give you a closer look at the cherry tomatoes. Yes. Hi guys, it's so sunny this morning. Yes, so here we have the watermelon patch. We have actually like 4 vines, and it's taking over. It has taken over the entire trellis. This is actually in the previous video you would have noticed that it wasn't this bulky. I'm having a problem with this watermelon right now. What I've noticed, I'm having a lot of blossom rot, and I've researched it, and it says that the soil is actually lacking calcium. As I said, I can't get to the garden store to buy anything to put on it, so I'm hoping that, you know, it just gets rid of the problem on its own, and we can get a good harvest from this. Actually, it's flowering a lot, and then you can see a little fruit like this. Little fruit like this up here. I don't know if you can see this. That is actually a small melon. And then it happens that sometimes it gets rough, and then you don't see anything after that. It falls off, and I'm so sad when that happens. I would really love to see some melons. They're actually watermelons. This bird feeder, I haven't seen a bird as yet. I'm still waiting. But the bees make the best of it. They come here for water, and when it rains, this container is actually full, and the bees use it. So no birds right now. I don't know where the birds are at. So guys, over here, this is another sunflower that we're waiting to harvest from. So we're waiting patiently. Over here, actually, we have some. This is the English thyme. It's beautiful. I've harvested so much from this, and it keeps spreading and getting taller. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. There we go. So guys, this part I never showed you in the last tour. This is actually where I have some of our asparagus bean. Yes, as you can see, I'm having an aphid problem. It's breaking my heart. I'm trying to get this thing under control. We do organic gardening, and it's only so much I can do, and as I said, we're in lockdown, so I'm limited to what I can get right now. So I've used some cayenne pepper and water, and it helped for a little while. I don't know what else I can use. If you guys have any tips, you can leave it in the comment section down below. But it's blossoming very well, and we got a good much asparagus bean from this particular these particular vines. Yes, I believe it's like 4 vines, 2 here and 2 here on the trellis. Yes, this is a dandelion. It's a single one I got from our local greenhouse here. I got a few plants, including these peppers, and as you can see, I'm getting this one isn't ready as yet, but I'm so happy about that. Over here we have the dragon snap. These are some eggplants I got from a friend. Yes, we swap seedlings here. It's like bartering here. When gardeners here in the Virgin Islands, someone doesn't have something, we barter with the other one. So we exchange what we have so everybody can have, and what we don't have, we go to the garden store. So yes, we're very good at that. Yes, here we have, this is actually some spinach from the last crop that we had, and when we've tossed up the soil on the bed, they're popping up everywhere. So you know, these are perennials. Sorry for it's a tongue twister for me. Yes, these are perennials, and you can't get rid of them at all. This is actually a big patch of sorrel. Here in the Virgin Islands at Christmas time, you can see little fruit here, right? In the Christmas time, we would use this to make a drink, a beverage, and it would go great together with our black cake, fruit cake, our whatever else. You can use it as a beverage for lunch when you're having your Christmas lunch and stuff like that. Below here we have a few bok choys, and that's another Malabar spinach, and I'm thinking about harvesting them today. I'm not sure. I haven't made up my mind as yet. These are actually eggplants. Yes, these are eggplants. And over there, if you can see, it's a sunflower. It's the next giant sunflower. Those are absolutely beautiful. Before they got dried up, they're ready for harvesting. They were really, really beautiful. I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit more so I can cut it and start to use the seeds. Below here, we have just a single cilantro. The other one from this spot, it died. I don't know what's up with that. I haven't gotten much luck with cilantros. I'm still trying. These beds here, I was meaning to talk to you guys about them. They're raised beds. You have like little pieces of pieces of wood around your yard. You can see it's not any perfect job we did. We just kind of attached them with whatever we had, and we made raised beds. And over here it's very rocky, so we had to sift out a lot of rocks out of this soil, and we mixed it with cow manure. We mixed it with some sawdust we got from the sawmill, the furniture store that they make furniture here, woodworking store actually. Yes, we mixed it with that and some organic fertilizer, and we've planted. We try to keep the cost down as much as we can, and we didn't do pretty bad actually. Over here we have some spinach. These are almost ready to harvest. We're having a worm problem with them, so like these leaves here, you have to take them out because you see they've been eaten. Yeah, worms started to feast on these, so you have to take them out. So when you're harvesting them, the flower as well, you don't eat this, you take it out as well. And these leaves, and you strip this part, you strip the skin. There is a little tough skin on it. You strip it out, and you chop it as fine as you can, and you saute it. It's great if you add some coconut milk to it. Yes, this is a pretty tasty spinach. I've enjoyed. We've had like 5 we've harvested from this like 5 times. I'm so happy. We're supposed to harvest from this. So today actually, and we're leaving the seeds to grow a little bit more so I can get seeds to replant for the next harvest. Lemongrass, we actually trimmed it down and we shared with the neighbors here. Yes, we couldn't use all of it. And as you can see up here, I've gotten just 2 bitter gourds from this tree. You can see a little 2 bitter gourds. So far, I've seen a few more popping up, so I'm waiting to harvest. So guys, these trellises, see a ladybug there? Where did it go? There's the ladybug. Yes. So these trellises we've made from the cow mesh, you might call it, or cow wire. Yes, this we've taken that and we've wrapped it, and you have to take off like two rows of this in order for it to have legs. Like if you snap this off and you snap this part off, if you snap this off and this part off, you can create a leg here, so you can use this to put into the ground so it can be sturdy. Asparagus vines, they have twirled up on this trellis that we have made with string, and we had some extra wood that was lying around, so we cut them in halves and we nailed them onto the raised bed, the wood on the raised bed, and we attached string and we did it in a pattern, and this is what helped the asparagus bean to run like this. As you can see, I have a few little baby ones here. They're coming up. Yep, they're coming up. I'm still waiting. I wish the aphids would just go. I'm really fighting with them right now. So guys, this is the lemon tree that I'm really hoping that it gets taller. I'm really trying with it. I've taken out some of the branches and it's created it's more thicker for sure. Over here we have some passion fruit, and you see, look at this, loads of holy basil. Every time the seed flies, they go wherever they want to go and they start growing. This is actually where they're coming from. This is the big patch of holy basil. Over here we have some eggplant. Yes, we have some eggplant. I'm seeing a lot of ladybugs in the garden this morning. I'm so happy. Yeah, it's blooming now. I've gotten one little baby eggplant from that, and then the tree died. I don't know what's up with that. Right. This is a big patch of everything. So we have sweet basil, Italian basil, we have parsley, we have Chinese celery, lots of holy basil. They found themselves in there. This is actually hot peppers. Those are the cherry type. They're very spicy. When I do an updated version of the garden tour, next garden tour, I will show you what they look like. But if you can see the little flowers, yep, I'll be getting some really soon. I'm so happy. And more. This over here is lemongrass. I've trimmed that down very low and it just sprang up back. Yes, we have, this one is actually ready. So I'm gonna take this off today and I'm gonna start getting those seeds harvested. Yes, this was beautiful. I've admired these sunflowers in this garden and had many happy moments with them. Yes, and this here is some green onion. Remember, I don't know if you remember, in the last video I've shown you our little nursery that they were in cups and a box. So we took them out and we've planted them out, and they're coming nicely. These are my ends from the grocery store. I wouldn't throw them out. I would take off the ends and plant them. This is more spinach. I'm allowing the flowers to grow to get some seeds to replant for the next season. Over here we have some more ends that I've planted. These are actually the Spanish thyme. They were so nice before I planted them out. I guess they grow well in potting soil only. After this lockdown, I'll need to get some potting soil and try setting some more seeds and start over when it comes to that. Over here, down here, we have on the other side of the garden fence, that's actually where the galvanized zinc is. It's actually compost. I've done that compost a while. I need to use it up. I've mixed some soil in there. There are a lot of good worms and stuff like that, so I'm waiting to put it to some use, hopefully soon. Guys, just a recap on this lemon. It's actually 2 years old. I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like this, if there is any hope for it to bear fruit, but I'm hoping I'm hoping and I'm praying that it does. I've really tried. I've put it in a larger pot. I've put fertilizer in it. We don't water it often because you can't water the citrus. Have to be in a well-drained soil. I'm really trying. I'm hoping it comes. Over here we have some sugar cane. They're coming along nicely. This is actually my husband's favorite plant in the garden. Yes, he pays more attention and adds more water to this than anything else. But it's coming nicely. And my son and my husband, they can't wait to sink their teeth into the juicy sticks of sugar cane. Over here we have some more Spanish thyme and we have some more holy basil. I've noticed that this eggplant here, it's struggling. Yeah, it's struggling. It started to blossom and now it's not bearing any fruit. I don't know what's going on with that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. The part 2 of this garden tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have any comments or you have any advice as to some of the problems I'm encountering at the moment, you can leave it down in the comment section down below. Thank you again. Have a great day.